The ice caps on Greenland and Antarctica are 2 to 3 miles thick. They build up slowly over time as it snows and freezes and snows and freezes and snows and freezes year after year after year until we have a layer that's hundreds of thousands of years or miles thick. One can query that record by drilling, as you drill for oil, a core out of the ice, taking it out and counting the layers. It's a wonderful record. The isotopes of oxygen and hydrogen give us an accurate thermometer, so we know the temperature going back over time. Little bubbles of air trapped in the ice, you've seen this in your refrigerator when you freeze ice cubes, there's sometimes little bubbles in there. Those are samples of the air from the time the ice froze. It's as though we had a chemist there with a little ampule collecting it and saying, oh, 432,300 years ago, this is what the composition of the Earth's atmosphere was. So we can measure that composition directly. And finally, the amount of sea salt and the amount of dust from distant deserts tells you how stormy the Earth was. You can see the individual layers of ice just like you can see the individual rings of a tree. This shows you 12 annual layers from 1.85 kilometers deep in the Greenland ice cap, and you can also see the little air bubbles that are trapped there, telling us the composition of the atmosphere. When we look back, even just over the last 10,000 years, we see the dramatic change in the greenhouse gases that have occurred in modern times. See, nitrous oxide is bubbling along at a steady rate over the last 10,000 years until the Industrial Revolution, when it shoots up by 30%. You see, the carbon dioxide is pretty flat until 5 or 6 or 7,000 years ago, when it starts to rise a little bit. Well, what happened then? The invention of agriculture, the burning of forests to make farmland, the domestication of animals, and the CO2 starts to rise slightly until the Industrial Revolution, when it shoots up in a straight line by more than 50% today. And the methane in the ice core shows us that it was pretty flat, maybe declining slightly over the first 5,000 years, and then with the Industrial Revolution shoots up by 300%.